Hey everyone, in this video we'll see how web scraping works in Python. Now what is web scraping? So web scraping is like copying information from a website automatically instead of doing it manually. Imagine you need data from hundreds of pages. Copying and pasting that would take us forever. So web scraping lets a computer do that work for you. For example, let's say you want the latest price of laptops from an online store. So instead of opening the website and then noting down each price manually, you can write a small Python script that can visit the website, find the laptop names and prices, and save the data in a file. So how does this web scraping then works? Very useful, but how does it work? So basically we send a request to the website using request library in Python. So there's a library with the name request. Then we download the HTML page content from that website. Then we need to basically fetch the information that we are looking from this content that we have downloaded. So for that, we use a library like Beautiful Soup, which helps you parse the HTML, get the relevant information from the HTML page. And once we have extracted the specific data like the product names, prices, links, we can store the data either in a database or we can store it locally on our system also as a CSV file or as an Excel file. So now let's see how it works in Python. So for this, I'll need two libraries. The BS4 is nothing but the Beautiful Soup and the request library. So first I'm installing the two libraries using pip install command. If you don't have these libraries installed on your machine, you need to install these libraries. Because I have already installed these libraries, I'm not going to run this step again. Then I'm importing the request library and I'm also from BS4, which is nothing but the Beautiful Soup. I'm importing the Beautiful Soup here. Then we have to define the URL which we want to extract the information from. So I'm basically choosing this books2scrape.com. Now this is a URL or a website specially put together for scraping so that people like us who are just starting off with scraping can learn scraping on this website. So this has different books here, different titles are there. And on the left hand side also you can see the categories of the books. Then we are going to use the request library and we are going to send the request to this URL. We are sending the get request. So request.get method is there and we are passing the URL. So the response will give us the response code. If it is 200, it means that the website was scraped successfully. Now, if we want to look at what content is there in this response, we can simply do response dot text. Text is an attribute. And here you can see this is giving us the HTML page of this website. Now, we want to fetch relevant information. Maybe what we want to get is the category names here, travel, mystery, all the categories that we have in here. So how do we get this category? So for this, first go to right click here, click on inspect, and then you would see this div class site categories. Here you would see UL, right? Inside that, we have nested LI, and then you have A, where you have the link to the category. So if I take you down somewhere, so here you can see this is for books. Likewise for travel, this is what we have. We have travel here. So that means how do we get to this travel? For that, we need to go to this site categories, div site categories, then UL, then LI, and then A, right? So that's what we are going to do here. We are going to say that soup.select. So we are first creating the object of this Beautiful Soup class. Here we are passing the HTML page that we have read, the content of that page, and the parser type is html.parser. Then we are calling the select method here and passing this here, the site categories UL, LIA, because we want these categories here. So that has to be a manual step where you identify how to navigate to these categories. So once you have done that, so you have site categories, inside that you have nested UL, then LI, and then A. And we are saving everything is genre underscore list. So this is what is the output here. So this is a list. If you check what is each item of the list, so this is the first item of the list, but if you check the type of the item of the list, so we can just do this and type. So it's the object of beautiful soup.element.tag class. And there is this attribute called text. If you just print this, this is giving you the entire thing, but we just want the text here. So then this gives us books. There is some space before and after the text, and we want to get rid of that. So then we can use the strip function. The strip function will remove the leading and the trailing spaces from this text. So that's here we are getting books. So that's what we are saving in this variable genre underscore name. And then we are also have a variable called genre underscore link where we are basically concatenating the URL with the H reference. H reference has nothing but the, if we look at for the mystery, the H reference is nothing but this URL here. So that's what we are specifying and then printing everything here. So let's just go ahead and run it. So this is what we have got in the output. We have the genre and then the followed by the link. If we travel, if you go to this link, it will open this particular link and you can see all the traveling books, traveling related books here. So yeah, that's on web scraping, everyone. So here we are using Beautiful Soup and the request libraries. There are other ways as well to scrape the web. We have other libraries as well available. For example, we have Selenium, which is for scraping the dynamic websites. We have Scrapy, which is for larger scale scraping. And then we have request-html. So this is for the JavaScript rendered content. I'll be making videos for these as well. But I hope you enjoyed today's video and you are going to put this in use. Thank you everyone for watching.